Hey guys, sorry I'm not there. Unfortunately, my son is sick. So we are learning today how to find an equation from a table in 2 points. So just like normal, you find your slope. So this is not new. This is just doing y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So again, is your y, so a 5 minus your other y, which is a -1 over a -1 minus your other x, which is a -4. And when you put this in your calculator, you should get a 6 over a 3 because this is like -1 plus 4. Sorry for my handwriting, which is a 2. Okay, so when you are finding your b, so your slope is the same, okay? You can use one of the given points. So these are your given points for x and y, and we're going to plug it into this new formula, which is called the point slope formula, okay? So you'll be given this, so don't panic. You don't have to memorize it. But when you plug it in, notice I chose the point -1, 5. The 5 is my y1, so it's y minus your 5. And then your -1 is your x1. And so it's going to be x minus a -1, which that's how we got this +1. Again, it would be x minus your -1 that we plugged in for x right here. And that turns into a +1. Okay, so you plug it into that formula. And then once you plug it into that formula, you then just can solve for y. So you'll distribute, you'll also plug your 2 in for your m, for your slope. So when you distribute, you'll get 2 times x, which is 2x, and then a 2 times a 1, which is 2. And then you're going to just solve for y, which is why we did literal equations before this, and you'll move it over and get y equals 2x plus 7. Another way of doing this is using the y equals mx plus b formula. So y equals mx plus b. You know that your m is 2 and you're looking for your b. So you can plug this point into this equation with your m. So you would plug a 5 in for y. So 5 is equal to, your slope is 2 that we found. Your x is a -1. And then you're looking for your plus b. Sorry, guys, for my handwriting. I'm doing it on my mouse pad. So 5 is equal to a -2 plus b. And then when you add this 2 to both sides, you'll notice that your b is still a 7. The only reason why this way is a little bit longer is because you have to plug everything back in. So you have to say, okay, y is equal to your 2x, the slope that you got before. And then because 5 plus 2 is 7, that's your b plus 7. Okay, so it's the same exact way. This point slope formula, I believe, is a little bit faster, but it's always when you plug it in, you got to be careful about your negative signs. The other way is from a table. So when you have your table, again, you find your slope by subtracting. So 29 minus a 25 is going to be a 4. And then 13 minus an 11 is going to be a 2. So it's 4 over 2, which is a 2 over 1, which is just a 2. And then this is important. Does the table have where x is 0? Because if it does, that's going to be your y-intercept. Just like we were talking yesterday, the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, and that means that the x is going to be 0. This table doesn't have where x is 0, so we've got to solve it the same way as we did over here. So we are going to, again, our slope was 2. And so we're going to solve it using a point. So I'm just going to use 5, 13. So when we plug it into this formula right here, it's going to be y minus the y. So y minus 13 is going to be equal to your slope of 2, there's your m, times your x minus your x of the point, which is 5. Ooh, sorry. You're going to distribute here. 2 times x is a 2x. And 2 times a negative 5 is a negative 10. And then you have y minus 13 on this side. So in order to get y by itself, which is what you're solving for here in this equation right here, just know all you're going to do is move this number over. So you're going to add 13 to both sides. Well, negative 10 plus a 13 is a positive 3. So it's going to be y equals a 2x plus a 13. Again, this point slope formula, this will be given to you so you don't have to memorize it. You just have to do the y stays the same. The y1 is the point, the y of the point that you're using. Your m you had to find before, and then you have your x minus your x1. So if you were finding like an equation, if we look at some of our stuff earlier, if we were looking at this first table right here, the way that we would do this is we would first find the slope. We did this a few days ago. So the slope was 20 minus 15 is 5, and 4 minus a 3 is a 1. So the slope here was 1, or 5 over 1. Okay, when you know that, you plug it into the formula. Y minus y1 is equal to your slope, which we just found out was 5. So we're going to put the 5 there, times an x minus the x1. So pick a point. Let's say we just pick this point, this 1 and this 5. Okay. And so what we do is we plug it in exactly the way that it looks. It's going to be y, and the point that we're using, the y is 5. So y and then a minus of 5 equals your 5, and then x minus a 1. When you distribute, this is 5x minus a 5. And then your y minus 5 stays the same here. Equal sign. And then when you add your 5 over, you realize that negative 5 plus a 5 is 0. And so that's gone. And so you're left with y is equal to, that's a y, sorry. Y is equal to just 5x. Because this negative 5 plus a 5 is also a 0. So again, this is y equals 5x, my bad. And that's how you do it for every single one. So you guys just practice. If you need help, we'll practice again more on Monday. Sorry, I'm not there,